Hello everybody, welcome back to the Rusty Shackelford Show. Just wanted to talk a little bit about a thought or an observation that I made while I was at our big box store. We were at our local Rural King shop doing some shopping, a little bit of Christmas shopping, had a list of things to get, and I noticed something particularly odd while I was in the hardware section. Let's take a look. All right, now as was said, this is my local Rural King. We have a plastic handled 20-ounce Estwing hammer, and we got a 16-ounce Estwing hammer. You guys can see the prices there, $21 and $18.99. Neat looking piece, except you get to made in Taiwan. I was kind of disappointed to see it. But yet again, you as the consumer, you have the ultimate choice as to what to buy. You got there for $18.99, there's 16 ounce. And then you got the 20 ounce American unit for $36.99. You guys will see the price here in a second. It's a smooth face, nice lines, nice coated, shock reduction grip, made in America. And these prices are November of 2022. Crimson is just their Chinese brand at Rural King. You've got a 16 ounce there. It looks like it's going for $24.99. And then we've got the Sure Strike, which was pretty neat. For some people like the wooden handled hammer for $22.99. I think that was a 20 ounce. Milled face, but made in Taiwan. Yet again, just another example of what I was talking about earlier. You take a step back. You have some American-made Estwing ball peen hammers, but mainly Chinese, Taiwanese. So down here before you guys can tell I like hammers. I may have a affliction for them. But something we're going to talk about, something that I noticed when I was at my local big box farm store. I noticed something about Estwings, and I've got this guy right here. I did a little bit of protection on it. See if you can see there, made in Taiwan. I knew that when I bought it. But I bought it because I needed a 2.5 pound hammer and a mini sledge, and I couldn't find one that was made in America. I had a 3 pounder drilling hammer, Estwing, that was made in USA, as you guys can see there. But there is a difference between a drilling hammer, cracking hammer, machinist hammer. There's a difference in them. This could be considered a machinist's hammer, but this would be considered a drilling hammer or a crack hammer. Anyways, this whole thing brings to mind a conversation that is played out in barbershops across the country. It's played out in work break rooms. It's played out at many different locations among men and women, men and men, women and women, alike. Everybody thinks about it. What is the true cost of globalism? And this is not to be a political piece. This is just strictly analysis. For instance, this hammer, and this is just a small piece of the puzzle. Here we are, 2022. I think I bought this in 2020 when I was doing a little bit of work in a backyard and needed it to break landscaping blocks. And I didn't have a bricker's hammer at that point. But I think the cost of this was around $25. Now, this machinist's hammer that I've done a little bit of work to fortify, as you can tell, because I don't care how good you are, you're going to strike and you're going to hit you're going to have what's called an overstrike, and you're going to hit your handle, and that'll be the death of the hammer. Now this one here, you know, I would assume this is plastic, and this is some kind of rubber, some kind of pot like rubberized grip. It feels good, swings good, it works good. But yet again, it was cheaper than this hammer was. Yes, there's less material here, but it was also made in Taiwan. It was made offshore. But what is the true cost of that? I would hope some of you all may comment. I'm not looking to start fights. I'm just wanting to analyze this because, you know, this hammer may be made to support, you know, the profits from it may be supporting a nation and a group of people that we may never see. We may never see the benefits from it. But this one here is made by a person who has a family, who they buy fuel here, they buy vehicles here, they pay taxes. You know, everybody here in America pays taxes in some way, shape, or form. But what is the cost? What is the benefit in saving a few dollars? Does the money, you know, does the money saved, does that outweigh the benefit? And I get it, you know, the world runs on money. I understand that. I'd love to know people's thoughts. And yet again, like I was saying earlier, I understand that the people in Taiwan do have a family, you know, just like the American does, the American family. But I don't know. I guess that buying something that's made in America, it means something. This, you know, you guys will probably see me feature this hammer a lot on this channel. This is a Martinez M1 handle with an M4 head, and I like this hammer. I like the way it feels. I've used it a lot. I know there's a lot of people out there that have these, and a lot of people out there that can probably tell, hey, that one's seen a little bit of work. But like I said, I bought a new head to put on it and to change a few things about it, you know, because make it a little bit lighter so I could swing it a little bit faster, and I have no complaints whatsoever. I think it's a great piece, but it is very expensive. You can customize these. You can get the different color grip. You can get a powder coated handle. You can get different colored heads. You can get milled faces. You can get larger faces. But what I'm getting at with this is this hammer can go in excess of $360, $370, depending on how it's equipped. Yeah, and like I said, your mileage may vary. Go to the Martinez Tools website and build one, and just see how much it costs. And some of you all may think, why in the world would you pay something like that for something that you can buy at your big box store for $17.99, $20, something like that. Yeah, I've heard this question addressed to Mark Martinez before, and he simply replied that he has a family to feed, that he has people that work for him that have families to feed. So that's kind of one of those things that me personally, when I invest in something that's made in America, I tend to justify that cost in my mind of saying, well, I'm helping to support someone within our country, helping them raise their child, helping them, you know, put food on the table, helping them purchase a vehicle, helping them to maintain a vehicle, helping them to pay for their house. And that's something that goes on within our country that I don't know if we just don't pay attention to it much anymore, or we've forgotten about it. But you know, this is just a thought that I put out, that I wanted to put out. Hey, let me know your thoughts. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And I greatly appreciate your time. I hope you have a wonderful week this week. Until the next time, stay dry.